truly, as we go through these tutorials, you're going to learn more and more about how indexes work. There isn't a whole lot more to learn about how to design them, but let's build a couple more. If we were to build an index on last name, let's do that. Let's build it on last name, and aside from building on last name, let's add the first name. So it'll come in last name, first name order. Let's save this out. We'll go take a look at this index. Let's go into indexing and pick the C index. And by the way, you notice I did not bother to put a comment on there. If I had put a comment, this would just say last name. But now it says last name, first name. Okay, it's all right with me. If I put a last name of Smith and I hit enter, okay, let's see, what do we got? We got two Smith records, and the James one comes first, and the Robert one comes second. Is that a good thing? Yes, it's in alphabetical order. How did that really function? Let's back out of here. Let's go into, it's important to know what indexing does. It actually uses an index file that's prepared and pre-done and has everything in the right order. Let's say we're to use scan instead of indexing. Let's scan for records, where FilePro is going to stop on every record basically and say, are you a Smith record? Are you a Smith record? Let's say equal to Smith here. Equal to, just so you could see. But 2 equal to Smith. Press escape, and browse. Do you see what happened here? The Robert record came first, and the James record came second. Why is that? Let's put the record number on the screen. We'll clobber over whatever field 19 is and put record number there. Okay, the Robert record came first because it's on record 4, and the James record came second because it's on record 41. When FilePro does a scan for records, a short or an extended scan, it basically stops on the first record and tests it. It says, are you equal to, if we're wanting 2 equal to Smith, basically when it presses escape, it stops on record 1. It says, are you equal to a Smith? If you're not, try record 2, try record 3, try record 4. Here we are right on record 4, and it found one. If we had entered, and this was a big enough file, you would actually see it scanning to 41. If the next Smith record was on record 500,000, you would actually watch numbers spinning until you get to 500,000. The difference is that indexing doesn't care about records. It jumps right to the index file and uses the index file to go directly to the file. So you're seeing this collection of records, all the records in this file, in an indexed order, not in the way they're really truly out on the file system in record number order in some long big file. Now, there's something very interesting that I'm going to show you, try and teach you now, that it's really absolutely not a beginner function, but it's very crucial I show it to you right now. I'm going to go into the FilePro directory. I'm going to pick question mark. I'm going to go to the configuration file, update, press down there, everything. I'm going to put in a variable, PFIXS, PF index scan. Put it on. Okay, this is going to change the behavior of FilePro. I'm going to show you how. By the way, I leave this on all the time in my systems for 15 years, or however long as this has been around, it's been on. It works great. What it does is, if I go into Acquire, Update, and Add, let's go to scan again. If I scan, and I say I want field 2 equal to Smith, okay, and I press escape, now I browse. Okay, look at what order they came in. They came in that James Robert order. Yet we know that a scan, we just saw that a scan was usually supposed to work by record number order, but in this case it gave me record number 41 first and 4 second. That's because PFIXS, index scan, tells FilePro if there's a field that's in the scan request, in the scan query, and it's indexed, use the index. Don't bother to stop on every record. And there's an elaborate, if you use the extended scan, there's an elaborate algorithm that says try the first field first, the second field second. For instance, if we were to do a query here and say we want field 2 equal to Smith, it knows that there's an index built on Smith. So when you run this query, it's going to jump right to the first Smith record in that index. And obviously it's field 41. We don't have to worry if we press the down arrow or anything else. We're going to go through different things when you're scanning. But if you're in an index mode, it would have looked exactly the same. You can speed up your scans by thousands of % by turning PFIXS on. Very useful thing. I'll talk a lot more about it later. It's an important function.